Welcome to Premier Sports Talk. We are live in the studio, bringing you the sports talk show for the people. Let's dive in.
Reese, what it is?
What's up, Randy? What's up?
Man, I just had to make a 911 call, man. I had to make a 911 call. And you know why?
Why is that?
You know how they come after people for trespassing?
Right.
Well, I got an APB out for liar. Oh, they on their way, Reese. They on the way, Reese. Reese, they on the way, man.
They on the way. You just sent them.
Well, he getting a personal escort. Tomorrow's press conference. So everybody know, tomorrow's press conference is not open to the public, y'all. It's not open to the public. Fans can't go out there till Tuesday and Wednesday. But they want to make sure Todd Monken show up for the press conference. So I already got a police escort. I already got a police escort, Reese.
Yeah, hey. So
I got a police escort.
Got a police escort.
I got a police escort for him, Reese.
Now, I've been trying to calm down all my viewers who've been watching. I've been trying to be calm everybody down. And so what you got to say to that?
Reese, you was at a personal function. It was your son's birthday. And I was calling you yesterday for some emergency therapy, Reese. Reese, thank you for accepting my call. Because I crashed out. You know what? Man.
Welcome to the Matrix.
That's exactly what you told me yesterday.
And that applies to everybody. That applies to all.
Explain that, Reese. Can you explain that to the people?
Well, we talked about it on the video. I talked about it, that he called me and he was like, man, how do you do this, man? How do you do this? They don't do this with the Steelers. How do you keep your sane mind? And I said, hey, been doing it a long time. Welcome to the Matrix. Now y'all all in the Matrix with me. Hey, we didn't pull y'all into the Matrix where anything goes. They're gonna flip the script all the time. So this is what I'm telling all my my viewers, right? So then you come up, and you said, Reese, we got to go live. We got to go live. We got to go live. So we got some stuff.
So to give everybody a prelude, I asked Reese to do this live collab, hot off the press, because something got dropped today. I don't want to show it straight up, but me and Reese wanted to give the benefit of the doubt on Todd Monken. I was trying to look at the light is brighter at the end of the tunnel. He's an NFL coach. He has the right to switch up and change his mind if he wants to. But the fact of the matter is, and we all seen it, maybe everybody may not have seen it, but the fact of the matter is that Todd Monken came out in his press conference and told the media that Shedeur Sanders was going to get all the number one reps. And then he said, well, there may be a portion in the practice to where Deshaun Watson may get some runs with the number on the 7-on-7s. That's exactly what came out of his mouth. Right. That's exactly what he said. I don't even want to go back and play it. Everybody already seen it. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
That's what Todd Monken said. But then not even 40 minutes later, I heard the fans was going crazy up there. Like, what's going on? There was murmurings. There was all kind of there's a reporter that's on the field that's saying that the Browns received a phone call and the Dallas Cowboys want Shedeur, and people started tripping, about that. That's why we ain't seeing Shedeur.
Right.
Out with the ones, and then he not only did he not get to play with the ones that Todd Monken said he was going to get, he had to split the twos with Dylan Gabriel. So that opened up a whole nother can of craziness.
Craziness, right.
Craziness. Has Shador been demoted? You know,
Right.
down to the number 3 quarterback.
He's been benched.
He might be getting traded. It caused.
I've seen all kind of thumbnails. He's been benched, and has he been benched or whatever? So it's a lot. When you leave stuff like this out without explaining it totally, and you leave a day or two before you have to come to the press conference, now you get all kind of scenarios. You get all the kind of people saying this and that. But so I was at church today.
Were they talking about it in church? Did the devil make his way in the church?
No. I just came in from church, and I get this text, and Randy said,
"Yo, I got some breaking news."
He said, "Todd Monken exposed." I'm like, Todd Monken exposed? What is he talking about? Todd Monken exposed. So I'm sitting in church, doing my thing, and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, so then I run out of church.
Can I apologize to you for me interrupting your service, Sunday service? Because I know that probably got in your head. Because I said Todd Monken exposed. You said you're going to hit me back at the church. And after that, and when you said that reply, it's like, oh man, this is going to mess with his head the whole time he in church now. Because I didn't tell you exactly how he got exposed.
Right. So I'm thinking, whatever, I'm rock solid on what I'm thinking. I'm rock solid. And so I get up and go use the restroom in the middle of service, and I call Randy.
Oh, what did you do, Reese?
In the lobby. I said, exposed? What you talking about? Exposed? What is this? Nah, he probably hear the pastor in the
Oh yeah, I heard the pastor in the background, man. You made me feel bad, man.
So
he was speaking a good word too, man. He was speaking a good word.
But it was worth it, you guys. Y'all got to hold on, and he Randy got something. We're gonna see.
So before I don't, like I said, I don't want to show this straight up right here. I'm not going to show the exposure till maybe 5 more. Let's give it 10 minutes, Reese. Let's give it 10 minutes.
Come on, you got to do in the next 3-4 minutes, like 2-3 minutes.
All right, because for those of you or us that don't believe, or we believe that Todd Monken was a straight shooter, it's hard for me, Reese. Because what's that saying? So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
Anything this man says now, I'm just expressing what my spirit's feeling. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if I can believe him or not. What y'all think in the chat? Because I'm about to show you something. He got exposed. He said one thing in the press conference. He did another thing. But
Joanna said, "Come on now, I'm playing."
Hey, she got to wait for this ice cream. Hold on. You know what? Check it out. She's like, "Oh my God. All right, hold on. Rich, you gonna read it?
I'm gonna read it.
All right. So what I'm about to show you it's our infamous Mary Kay Cabot. So the question is, when you see this and when Reese reads this, the question is, are we going to believe the clickbaiter Mary Kay Cabot, or is this the truth? Because Todd Monken's going to get bombarded with questions on why did he say one thing to the media, but something else was told before he even came out.
Right. So remember, I tried to calm my viewers and subscribers down, and so can you?
There you go, Reese. Go ahead and read it, Reese.
Can you move that?
Oh yeah. My fault. I gotta find that. Who's that I highlighted? Miss Pamela.
Miss Pamela.
That's the one on Stefanski. My apologies, y'all. I gotta go up in the chat, see where it's at. There you go.
Okay, so we got Watson knew right after the walkthrough at about noon that he was going with the ones on Saturday, which was about 45 minutes before Monken told the media that Sanders was still the day 10 QB1.
Can you read it one more time, please? Can you read it one more time?
Watson knew right after the walkthrough at about noon that he was going with the ones on Saturday, which was about 45 minutes before Monken told the media that Sanders was still the day 10 QB1.
Reese, chat. I need to hear y'all thoughts on this. Reese, can what was your reaction when I sent this to you and when I revealed it to you?
Well, I know a lot of people gonna be like, well, not
Did she do it for clicks, maybe? I don't think so.
MKC, right? Like, but this is a full out tweet, and this was on what was this on? And it got the dogs.
Oh yeah, the Dog Pound podcast up there in Cleveland.
Right.
It's
So
on X. It's all over.
right. So this is some he.
She
There's no
exposed Monken before the interview tomorrow.
Right. And I wonder is he happy about that or not?
Reese, like I asked you, I don't even know if this is truthful. I don't even know if they're going to allow Mary Kay to keep her credentials up there because she exposed the coach, Todd Monken. Because if they did during the walkthrough, if they told Deshaun he was going to take all the 1 reps, and then Monken comes out and tell the media 40 minutes later that Watson's getting them, the only thing I can see is that Monken ain't want to deal with the backlash of why is Watson getting these reps again with the 1s when he just had them. So basically, Watson had, I think, almost 3 days with the 1s. And then all he had to do, my thinking is, he could have said, he said it somewhat in the press conference on Saturday. He said, after the day and Saturday, and then they look at everything on Sunday, they're going to see who they're going to decide who's going to start that first preseason game against the Bears. They already knew, so they was trying to get. They said they was going to start the play plan for the preseason game on Monday. They started it Saturday.
Right. They
threw up a smoke screen saying Shador was going to be out there, but then when they pulled the okey doke, that was the worst thing he could have done. They could have just came out and said, we're getting ready we're done with the installs. We're getting ready. We're working on our plays to get ready for the preseason game. We're going to let Watson had a first preseason game, and like I told you, and now I don't know if I believe him anymore, the other quarterback's going to get the second preseason game.
Right. Some people think that he was, Watson didn't get enough time with the ones with pads. And that's what a lot of people are saying, the reporters and stuff. But, what is that all about? Was that the case? Did the players, coaches want to see him in another scenario? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you got another clip.
That's how they spinning it, though. That's how they spinning it. Oh, you want me to share that?
Yeah, you got another clip.
With
if
PJ?
you could get,
I want y'all to listen to this, and y'all tell me y'all thought. This is one of the insiders, Starlissimo. I want to play the sound. I think I got to pull it up to play the sound, though, Reese. Let me see. Let me know if you can hear it, good, Reese.
Okay.
Oh, can't play the music.
That truth whatsoever to the fact. So, files, what happened today?
Can you hear it, good, Reese?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say this right off the bat. There is absolutely no truth whatsoever to the fact that Deshaun Watson has stolen this job from Shador Sanders. I've been sourcing it for the last 2 hours, so nothing's changed in that area. As far as the pre-snap stuff and the concerns about cadence and all the rest of it, I talked to a bunch of people this afternoon. By the way, I have a fanner on the background. My apologies if it's disruptive. It's the best we're going to get. I turned the air conditioner down, so the fan's on. Anyways, there was no word at all among the people that I talked to that Sanders was having any type of struggles whatsoever that were not normal. As a matter of fact, they didn't even know what I was talking about. So I would really, really take that one with a grain of salt. The word is that he's been great. He's been unbelievable. They like Watson. They'd really, really love to go into the season with Watson and Sanders as 1 and 2, with Sanders taking the first snaps. Okay? That's the goal. That's the plan. That's been the plan from day one. Okay? That's the goal. Watson did enough to intrigue them a few times during the camp, but they have been ultra concerned. Here's what I was told. There are 2 boxes left to check for Watson. Number 1, will the guys play for him? They don't know. They didn't see him enough with the number 1s to really understand. And number 2, is his health, can you count on him? If you give him the starting job or even give him number 2 job, is he going to be a guy who can play and play if he needs to play for a long stretch of time? And you can't blame those guys for that. You can't blame Monken for wanting to know. If he brings him in as a 1 or a 2, is he going to be around? Is his body going to give out? Now, over the past 3 days, and I did mention this multiple times, over the past 3 days, Watson's body has frozen up. It didn't today, but it did 2 days ago. It was bad, and it was deeply, deeply troubling and deeply concerning. But he is a warrior, and he wanted to be on the field, and they were like, just get what you need to get done, do the best you can. And here's what happened. He pulled himself together, as these guys can. They know every trick in the book. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of Dr. Feelgood. Maybe it's a Toradol. I don't know. Maybe he had a couple shots of Henny.
Hen.
And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. Maybe he got some, deep tissue massage, whatever needed to happen.
He shouldn't have said that.
Brought himself together, pieced himself together like a beast, like a pro. And he went out today and had a really, really good day. But the plan was that Shedeur Sanders was going to go with the 1s today. Now, something changed. Now, one guy I talked to said, yeah, that can change. I mean, Monken can have that plan, but then when he steps out of the interview room or out of the press conference and someone comes with information like, hey, so-and-so's not going to be available or so-and-so is, and that changes the whole roster. So at the end of the day, they wanted to see him. This is what I was told. The coaches talked Monken into seeing Watson one more time with the 1s. The reason being, they needed to see if he could pull his health back together, and he did. And he performed extremely well, and good for him. And so did Sanders. I was told the word is that Sanders was great today as well. There haven't been many times when I've asked people, and they've said, no, Sanders has not been good. He's always been good every time I asked. I don't think he's had any down days. So really what this came down to today was the coaches wanted to see, can he bounce back? Because he had a couple of really, really bad days in a row. 2 days ago, 4 days ago, I mean, he put up some real bad balls. He looked bad. He looked rough. I'm all over this stuff. I talked about it. I talked about it on my account multiple times. So it was just a precautionary thing. They're heading into the preseason. They don't want to get fooled by fool's gold. They needed to see, can he piece it together? And he did. And his health was good today. And
So what's your thoughts on that, Reese? What's your thoughts on that, chat?
Now, to me, I know maybe I'm naive and gullible, but it makes a lot of sense. The coaches came to him. He's saying the coaches came to him, and they were like, "We need this. We Shedeur's been great," and I've been there. I've seen it. He's been great.
You've been there, yes. You've been
I
there every
said 6 out of he's been out of 8 at the time when I went.
You say 6 to 2, I think.
6 to 2. So it blew my mind when you called me saying, okay, so now this makes more sense to me. I don't know. You guys let me know. And he pulled it together. They wanted to see him one more time. They talking about his health. They talking about that he's been struggling health-wise. Now he's tapped in with a lot of the people that from the organization, and he's saying that every time they talk, he asks about Shedeur, they saying he's been great, and that's what I've been seeing. He's been great. Think about this: he's a second-year player. Only played seven games, started 7 games last year, and came out and was balling out, and to the point where he's a rookie. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a rookie with all that mess that was last year. Then he come in here and
going toe to toe with Watson.
Going toe to toe. Listen, it's 72 starts they said 72 starts in the NFL to 7. And he's going toe to toe with a veteran. Think about that. Watson got 72 starts in the NFL. Shador only has 7. And he's going toe to toe with Watson. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Not toe to toe. I don't even, you know what?
He's winning.
He's
winning.
winning. I just said toe to toe. No, disregard what I just said. He's winning. He's outplaying the veteran. They was worried. He was they had put him out pretty much out the pasture. Because remember,
you know what's crazy, Reese? The QB tracker was looking so lopsided. This is what I believe, that they started giving Watson more reps, that so the numbers can look comparable on the ESPN Fudge QB tracker. So they gave Watson 34 reps just so if you see the total roll up on the QB tracker, Shador's numbers is still better than Watson. Even though Watson got the wool pulled under him at the last minute, thought he was getting the ones, was told before they even came out on the field, was told before Monken even had the meeting with the media, supposedly, per the MKC source,
right,
is that they was told after the warm-ups, Watson, you're going to take the ones, Shador, you won't be getting them today. Shador still went 16 for 20, was on fire. 80%, over 80% completion rating. But then Mr. 23 for 34. He's not outperforming Shador.
So
and then I got one. Let me say one more thing. And then they want to go crazy. 7 TDs. It was the red zone drill. You supposed to get 7 TDs with the 7-on-7s.
Without pads that day. Pads that day. It was.
And one more thing. Now, one thing is true that I didn't even realize till it was brought up is that Deshaun only got to practice against the ones 1 day in pads. So if they would have gave Shador Saturday the rest with the ones, he would have had 3 practices against the ones to Watson only having 1 practice. So he could have even came out and said that.
All he had to do was say that. But I could, with him, he said the scenario was, and this was the day of it. Like this was yesterday. This was yesterday that this guy said this. And he said he tapped in with a lot of people within the organization. But he said those coaches, it makes sense to me. He said the coaches said, hey, let's take a look at Watson a little bit more. Shador has basically almost like a test. Shador didn't pass his test. Now let's see what Watson can do.
Even after taking the reps away from him on Saturday.
Right. Shador didn't pass his test. He
complained. Well, at least he went out there and still balled out.
Right. So what he said his body was it was deeply concerning about him getting being able to hold up. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that because and think about this. If they thinking about that now,
how's he going to do during the season? And he ain't even get hit yet. That was my biggest concern, Reese, is if I said it since the very beginning, Reese. I said my concern is one, I didn't want to see anybody get injured, but then y'all got an alphabet of people injured. Y'all got like almost 20 people on the injury list. But so far, Watson's making it through it. But we seen the quarterbacks last year with Kevin Stefanski, soft training camp, all of them was injured.
Camp Cupcake.
Camp Cupcake, but Shador was injured from overworking himself. He messed up his oblique.
Because he was working hard. He was trying to overcompensate.
He wasn't getting no reps like Tyler Green. And then, so Shador was out with oblique. Kenny Pickett pulled his hamstring, got shipped off. Still looked like trash in that preseason game with the Carolina Panthers. They GM Berry parted the Red Sea for Shador. Sent Flacco off to an AFC North rival. He over there with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
Stefanski got exposed again. What, Flacco almost threw for 400 yards his first game he played?
his offense got exposed, and his coordinate, being an OC and calling the plays got exposed, and Flacco was happy to get up out of here. But Patrick Williams, she says, Reese, could it be that Jimmy H is trying to have Deshaun start so the team can lose so they can draft a QB at 2027? It could be. Like, everything is really still up. We don't know who's lying and who truthful about all this stuff. Everything smells like, it's got a bad smell to all this situation. But like I said,
they could have went about it differently.
But like I said, y'all are in. I keep saying this.
We are in the Matrix.
Y'all in the Matrix now, man.
Well, you know who ain't in the Matrix?
Look. All the Texan fans, all the Raven fans, all the Steeler fans, all the Viking fans,
all the NFL fans that's here for Shador,
who cheering for Shador. Now
we in the Matrix.
Y'all in the Matrix with me. With
the
regular Brown fan, like me and Selmo.
Hey, check it out. You know who ain't in the Matrix?
Who?
Kathy P. She's laughing at us. Kathy P, what's up? 10 toes down for number 4. For number 4, Kathy P.
Kathy P. She riding all the way to the end of the earth.
Hey, she dialed in with us, boy. She ain't missed an episode yet, Reese. Whenever we pop up and go incognito live, Kathy P being here, I appreciate it.
For sure. You gotta
represent. Yancey, what's up? Love you, brothers. But I honestly don't believe that they are going to play Shador. I think that they have used Shador for the clout of the media and the fans to watch. I think this was the plan. That's a possibility. And
I hate that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Reese.
And it is a possibility. And man, I just hope that's not that's not true. I understand what you're saying, and that's crossed my mind. But I just hope that's not true, and they're giving him a fair shake at this and letting him get out there, because I believe once Shador gets out there, it's lights out, and I think they know it. Like, it's lights out. He gonna rise to the occasion, and I just want him to get that opportunity, man. I'm ready to, I want my whole team to be young now.
So Patrick Williams says, Reese Will Sports Talk and Double P. I'm in here running my mouth, giving the people what they want. They said, could it be that Jimmy H is trying to have Deshaun start so the team could lose so they can draft a QB in 2025? What's your thoughts on that, Reese?
Well, I read that, but what's your thoughts? I commented on that.
I think that the Haslams, meaning D and Jimmy Haslam, is known that they are close to Deshaun. I think there was a verbal commitment to Deshaun. If he was able to rehab and get to the point where he can get cleared and get back on the field, that they would give him an opportunity to showcase himself, to try to revitalize his quarterback career. Whether it be him being re-signed with y'all, which 90% of y'all don't want to see, or whether he put on some tape so another team may want him. That's what I feel about it. And Watson told us at his first press conference, when he finally first to the press this year, he said that there was internal discussions, where he didn't have a doubt that he would be back on the field.
And his body, but it remains to be seen if his body can hold up. It remains to be seen if his body can hold up. And that's a big deal. And this guy confirmed it as far as the organization trying to figure out if he can hold up.
And you know what's crazy, Reese? And I'm glad Has 2292 is. Have you picked up on it yet? Any little thing Watson has done good, and I'm not Kathy P, I'm not bashing Watson here, but they lift up Watson when he do good. But when Shador do good, they minimize it. He went 21 for 25. Then they took his number 1 reps, went 16 for 20, and they minimized that feat. 16 for 20, 21 for 25.
Didn't G. Bush tap in on that, talk about that?
Yeah, they minimize what Shador do. And then they say there ain't no more soft launch. We're going to see, and it's okay. And if you're whether you're a Shador fan, you're for Watson, we should want to see both these young brothers play good, so the team will do good. Period.
That's what I'm
I'm 10
saying.
toes down for Shador, but I also want to see Watson do well. I don't want to see his demise. You know, I ain't have to live through Reese Will misery or Selmo's misery. You know?
And the thing about it is somebody got to start. Somebody has got to lead this football team. When the rubber meets the road, when the dust settle, somebody has got to lead this football team. It can't be no competition no more day one. Somebody's got to get out there and make it happen. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But like I say, I'm not down in Watson or nothing, but he had his time. What did we say? Watson has 72 starts. He had his day. 72 starts to 7. And you need to be blowing this young man out the water. And you're not. I mean, we just trying to keep it 100. We keeping it 100. Is he outplaying Shador?
No, he's not. But I will say this, Reese. You just came from the service. The Lord's chosen. It don't matter how many you got against you. He gonna find a way to make a way. So we saw several quarterbacks last year. The Browns' history, well, typically in the NFL, not one quarterback makes it through the whole season. Somebody get injured somewhere throughout the way. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Selmo, hey, they said, I love seeing Reese passionate. You know what? I love it too. I think this is the first time Reese got passionate on the channel. He wasn't subdued. I really enjoy that.
Well, I had to be the voice of reason sometimes, but sometimes I get carried away.
And we got the emergency play for you. Selmo called an emergency play for you, Reese. Blue 42. I know this stuff is getting to you.
Emergency play for me, huh?
Yeah.
We gonna kneel on it.
Oh man. What? Okay, Miss Pamela, what's up? I'm trying to read these chats here. It says, Pamela. She says, yes. YT folks speak with 4 tongues.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, look, yeah. Jonah Bruce, what's up? Thanks for tapping in. 7 TDs with the defense and no pads. And then also, Reese, I don't know if you watched all the clips. They're saying Watson took all the number 1 reps, but they're disguising the stuff too. All 34 of them reps was not against the number 1 defense. They had a mixture. There was a point when all the number 1 defense was in, but then there was also parts of the plays where they had the ones mixed with the 2s.
The 2s, right.
But all the media is putting out is he took 31 reps against the number 1 defense. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up.
And
go back and watch it. Go. Hey, special shouts out to Cameron Justice. Go on X. At the end of every practice, she puts out clips of every quarterback, all the reps they had. And if you want to, when that QB tracker come out, I'll watch it. Shador threw a touchdown pass to Rocket Sanders. They did not put it on the QB tracker on Saturday.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the clip.
Right. I seen that.
He ran it in and got the touchdown.
I seen that. They didn't put it
on the QB tracker.
So that's why I said when the beginning of the season, I said, man, I don't know about this QB tracker thing, but like I said, you got to have some type of content to show, and we not graphing it up, and we know it's not the gospel. We know it's not the gospel because
I want your thoughts on this one, Reese, because I got some thoughts on this too. I want to hear from you though, and y'all can. What it says right here. Now they got the nerve to have Shador split reps with Dylan. I'll speak on it first. If they got a concern about Watson and if he's going to hold up physically, that means Dylan Gabriel would be in as the backup quarterback for Shador. They have to get him right in the event that either Shador or Watson is not able to play. That will elevate Dylan up to the number 2. At least Dylan is getting reps with the 2s so an injury doesn't occur and he comes into an NFL game and not be prepared. And what's crazy is they asked him he got a one-on-one interview, and they asked him, and he said all the reps that Dylan Gabriel got last year, he was handed the job last year. He was gifted the job. And he said he feel more prepared by Todd Monken and his coaching staff than he did last year. That was a clap back at Kevin Stefanski about how he said he feel more prepared now, him down on the depth chart, than all the reps he got last year. What's your thoughts, Reese?
That's a definite slap at Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski didn't have them young men ready at all. It was malpractice. It was malpractice. It was football malpractice. And I believe that Stefanski knew he was on his way out, and he just basically coasted the season. And he said, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna make some people mad while I'm at it." And it was horrible.
All right, they saying you ain't crazy, Reese. You ain't crazy. Selmo, I like Selmo's quote here. Selmo says, when it comes to the NFL, there is no such thing as promises in practice or regular game. Things can change at the drop of a dime for any player. And we've seen that. But now we know if Mary Kay is being honest, I guarantee you that'd be the first question that came out of Mary Kay's mouth.
Now listen.
She gonna bait him, and she's gonna say, "Well, Coach Monken, you told us in the media session that Shedeur was gonna get all the #1 reps, but yet when they get out on the field, things totally change." But by the way, can you answer this? I was told by a reliable source that during the walkthroughs, Watson already knew he was getting #1. So why would you tell us something different?
Now, Selmo brought up a great point, and I brought that up before.
I'll bring it up again.
Now, if you played sports before, and if you played football, no matter what, pee-wee, high school, whatever, college, my sons didn't play that. I didn't seen it all the time. I asked my son today, I said, "Hey, what about this scenario?" He said, "Dad, I've seen guys get told that they was about to do something, and they'll be like, I'm just using the name for example, Jackson, go in for the ones, and the guy be like, the team, they want to see what he's going to act like. It happens all the time where you see a guy take your spot, and they want to see what he looked like when they run in the game, and I don't know if they do that for psychological reasons or something, but like Selmo said, you cannot, nothing promised at all. And it's like, that's just kind of the way stuff go. And I hate it that way, because I had a coach tell my son that he was starting one day. And this was back in high school. And he didn't start. And I'm like, coaches lie. Coaches do all kind of stuff, man. They play mind games. They do all kind of crazy stuff. So it's just, you got to be ready for it,
Can you read that one, Reese?
The problem is Deshaun Watson told the media in spring that he knew he was going to play again as a Browns QB because he talked to the Haslams and never was a QB competition. I'm just tired of the BS narratives. It's John Simmons. It's a lot going around this whole situation from the time he was drafted. It's a lot of stuff.
Reese, I got a question. Once we in the Matrix, who's gonna be our Neo? Who's gonna get us out this Matrix? Shedeur, he's gonna have to get us out. Either way it go, we're gonna see him sometime this year. And he probably, you know what, we gotta take a Musafa moment. Let it out. Because he may end up being QB1. Watson may not make it out of the daggone Chicago Bears game. Or there could be a physical thing where he could stop him, or he could play so bad that they say, you know what, this is Shedeur's. It could go either way.
It could go either way. Yeah, no, but we One day we're gonna get out of the matrix.
But my question to you, Reese, and the chat. Okay, Monken starts watching for the Bears game. Cool. But are they going to allow Shador to play any part of that game? Or are they going to give the first half to Monken, then throw Dillon in, don't give Shador no time, which for me would be mucked up, and then are we going to see the same thing for Shador with the Bills game? Or are they going to put Shador in the Bills game, but then allow Watson to come in and do the second half? You follow me?
Yeah.
I wanted to be apples to apples, oranges to oranges, but I just don't. I don't trust Monkman no more, man. He lost all credibility with me.
Hopefully he'll let him, get those reps in there that game. You got to let him get them reps.
Reese.
I mean, I'm just saying that if I was,
I'm holding back what I really want to say because we collab together. We rivals, but I'm collabing with you, so I'm I'm not firing them rounds down range right now. Todd disappointed me, so it is what it is. We human.
Right.
Go here right quick. Hey, do us a favor. If you ain't hit that like button, there's 176 in the chat. We would appreciate it if you can hit that like button. Your first time watching, let us know in the chat where you're watching from. We'll shout you out. But please hit that like button. Like I said, if you enjoy the content, tap in the Reasonable Show, Premier Sports Talk Show. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. It doesn't cost a thing. And most importantly, if you just subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever we go live, you'll get an alert. Nico NCO 2CO says, Arch ain't it. He will display himself in due time, Pamela. Yo, Selmo said he caught the vapors.
What Selmo? He said he caught the vapors.
He caught the vapors. Anything down at the bottom of the chat? I'm trying to catch some of these at the top.
Okay, let me.
Miss Pamela said, I'm going to read this one real quick. Imagine this scenario. The Browns tank this season, draft Manning, fire AB so Peyton Manning could be the general manager. Monk gets fired too. Woo! I don't want to see it play out like that. I like Coach Todd Monken, even though he pulled the wool over our eyes. I like Coach Todd Monken. But that would be crazy, Miss Pamela. That, boy, that's real. That's the Matrix for real.
That's the Matrix for real. JV Praise says the Browns will not make the Super Bowl without two.
See, I'll tell you this. I will say this. Shador took the Browns out of getting the draft pick in like the top echelon for a quarterback because of how well he played. He outplayed them to where they couldn't reach up and get a quarterback like Mendoza.
Right.
So whenever Shador come in, I think even if Watson plays, I still think that Watson's going to get some wins. But when Shador come in, he going to make it so they ain't going to be able to draft a quarterback.
And Shador made it. He beat two of our rivals.
He beat the Bengals the last game. He beat my Steelers in the last game. He went 3-4. And then out of those 3 or 4, out of those 4, Stefanski sabotaged 2 of them. So Shador wouldn't get the shine.
Right. So he beat, and to me, that's something to be said about however you do it as a quarterback leading your team is to beat your rivals.
Right.
Like that's big. To beat the Steelers and beat
Cincinnati
the Bengals. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot as a rookie and not starting until the last part of the season. I think I think he got a lot of confidence from that coming into this year, and I think that's why he's beating him in the off season right now in the training camps. That's why he looks so good because he got that confidence now. He started those games. Said Tosh D. Go ahead, you gonna read it? Okay, let Watson and Dillon go out there and test the new O-line. Shador will be ready when it's his time.
And the organization could be thinking about that too, though. You know, I hear on 92.3 The Fan, especially on 92.3 The Fan, you know, the Llamas and the Bashers, you know, say, you know, Shador's a 5th-round pick. He's only a second-year quarterback. It would make sense to let Watson start off first with the horrible line, trying to get in sync. And then when Watson start playing bad, pull Watson, and then at least the front line or the offensive line will have cohesion to where Shador has a better opportunity to shine, which makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So it's a lot going on right now, and I want to believe what that guy said, the insider, about. It makes sense to me that Watson has been struggling with the injuries and stuff like that. So I gotta believe that. That's what I want to believe, that he was struggling with the injuries and they wanted him to come in. And he said that they had to convince Todd Monken to, because after that, you think about it, if I'm Todd Monken and I'm the head coach, and I just told all the press, the reporters, and Mary Kay asked me, and I said, yes, he's gonna get all the ones, and this is where we going. And then all of a sudden, maybe the OCs or something said, well, we know what Shador's doing. Shador's been batting 1,000 the whole time. Let's see if he can hold up, because we haven't seen Watson in pads. We haven't, only one practice in pads. And so let's test him. And maybe his body has been failing him right now. We want to see if he can make it, so he played, he had a good practice, a good training camp of that day. So to me, like I said, out of those 8 days that I went, Shador won 6 out of the 8. I gotta be real.
Got super chat in here.
Oh, thank you for the super chat.
You can read it, Reese. This is on you over there.
That's appeal. Guys, Peyton not behind Archie like that. He family, but he has his own son just played Friday. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you.
But yeah, we just wanted to get in here, share with y'all the Mary Kay Cabot dropped out. What really happened behind the scenes, supposedly, is that Deshaun Watson was told during walkthroughs, when they were doing the walkthroughs inside the facility, that he was going to be getting the #1 reps. And did he cook out there on Saturday? Yes, he did well. And Shador did well too. He didn't like the undisturbing news shake him mentally. He went out there and cooked and went 16 for 20. But I'm gonna put this back up before we close out.
And Double P
may have came in here late.
Double P did a great job hosting, and like I say, he hosts sometimes, I host sometimes, and a lot of times to let you guys know when I'm hosting, if you paying attention, you'll see the football and the countdown, and then you'll know that I'm hosting. And when Randy's hosting, you'll see this is his setup. So that kind of lets you know what the inside, what's going on with that. But he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, appreciate it. But the primary ask, please hit that like button so this get pushed down the YouTube algorithm. We definitely appreciate. We currently got 171 in the chat. We love y'all support. Keep supporting. And Reese, I don't know about you. I already got my thumbnail for Monday because I want to see Coach Todd Monken to his response. He's been exposed. Watson knew right after the walkthrough about noon that he was going against the ones on Saturday,
hold up.
45 minutes prior to what Monken told the media.
Right. But little before we leave, because it seemed like every time we about to leave, somebody put something in the chat
Or what they put in the chat. You know what? Raul didn't drop in on
Lil
us.
Man, the OG said, Monken didn't lie to y'all. Stop these Trump-like narratives. So read that again one more time.
It says, Watson knew right after the walkthrough on Saturday about noon that he was going with the ones on Saturday, which was about 45 minutes before Monken told the media that Sanders would still be getting all the number 1 reps on day 10. Monken said in his interview to the press conference, he said Watson may get 1 series in the 7-on-7 drills against the ones, but that totally flipped.
So
that's the question he's going to be asked on Monday.
So that is, I mean, that's as far as the reporters and the outside people in the media and the fans. Is that a lie or that's not a lie?
You know, she's going to be the one to ask him. You know what? I mean, this is Sunday. Monken goes to service on Sundays. He's faith-based, but he's already working on his PR prep for tomorrow. He's going to be asked why. More than once. First, Mary Kay going to hit him, then Tony Grossi going to hit him. But why would you do that? Why would you say that?
I don't know what you know. You need to.
Hey, it got your mouth twisted, Reese. You don't know what to say.
Look, I'm reading what I'm reading. If that's the case, then that's a lie. He lied to the media. I don't know what to say. If he knew 45 minutes before that he was actually going to do that, if this is true, then that's a lie.
He just came out and said it. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not making stuff up. Make stuff up. We can only go by what we see and hear. Like I'm not trying to be funny about it or nothing, but this is what we see, and this is whatever.
It is what it is. But hey, thank you for tapping in with us. Thank you for blessing with us. If you didn't hit the like button, to ask if you can hit that like button. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to Reese Will Show and Premier Sports Talk. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.
See you on the next one.